Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your man Hanley from On the Line With. Welcome back for a back-to-back episode of Car Chats tonight, episode 105. We're about to go on with Jay Roberts. I believe he's out in Barrie, Ontario. We'll confirm that when I speak with him. Currently, he has a track out with Imperative called Sketch A Hearse. You could find that on all platforms. It's featuring other artists on it as well. I just can't recall the names right now, but it's a very dope track. And I go check Jay Roberts' music out. Get him in here. Hold on. Hi, sis. As always, the episode is sponsored by Diamonds Rising, my guy out in Hobbs, New Mexico, Fabian Navarro. Jay Roberts just entered the chat. We're gonna let him join in. He'll give a little more information on what I was talking about. I just want to say shout out to Imperative for putting me on to a lot of these guys like Block Lord and Jay Roberts, the Rick Hyde interview. He's done a lot for me without even knowing it. So shout out Imperative, of course. Just waiting for the homie to get in. I'm gonna send him a request. Please work. My dog.
Hey, yo.
What's up, bro?
What's going on, brother?
I'm chilling. What's going on? My sister's trying to jump in the live, and I'm like, I can't. Not blood sister, but close enough.
Okay, I feel you.
Yes. So, first of all, you're Irish man through and through, ain't you?
Yeah, half Irish.
Oh, you're only half Irish. Oh, so that means I'm more than you. All right. I'm at like I think I'm either 75% or it's 100%. I'm pretty sure there's a little bit somewhere else, but I'm sure I'm definitely a bunch of other shit.
That's crazy.
You know,
almost
like
100%.
I have to check. I gotta get back to the homeland, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. I hear that.
So, did you move here from Ireland?
No,
Huh?
just my family.
So you still have the accent though?
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, man, because I can catch it. I don't know if a lot of people do, but I can catch it.
Yeah, it's beauty.
You know, it's
not. Yeah, some people do.
It's distinctive, right? It's distinctive.
Yeah.
People love it. Man, if you were single, you'd be able to get mad women with that accent, bro.
Yeah, I'm wifed up.
I hear you, bro. That's good. Staying loyal. Keep the chain on the dog.
100%.
So yeah, I was just letting everybody know that I got put on you by Imperative. I listened to the Sketch A Hearse track. I forget who else was featured on that. I apologize, but that track is very dope.
Super Caliente and Vegas 7 to Ronin.
That's it. Yeah. I knew it was something Ronin because I interviewed another person with the word Ronin in their name, so I was like, all right, yeah, I could remember it that way now. But yeah. So how's the response to that track been, and what brought you to use that beat specifically? Because Imperative's dope. It doesn't matter. So like, you could send anything, and I'll be like, okay.
So, that is the third single off the upcoming album between Imperative and I, called Shamrocks and Machine Guns.
Yes.
Sketch A Hearse. Now, he sent me that beat early. I just loved the soul sample in it.
Very nice.
and it was drumless, and the way that the album is, it's a nice break. It gives you another type of flavor to the album. And
right.
Then Super Caliente from Buffalo, he jumped on. He used to be in KOTD as well, Toronto battle scene.
Yep.
And then Vegas 7 to Ronin, he's like a prodigy. Like, he won Mickey Fax's like rapping contest, and
nice.
Then he got put on by a whole bunch of people, like Lupe, Fiasco was like shouting him out and stuff. So he's an upcoming animal. So blessed that he wanted to work, and just came together just like that.
And when you finally heard the song, because initially, did you think it was just going to be you on the beat, or did you have plans to have someone on it?
I always had plans for somebody to have on it. It was going to be just Vegas 7.
Okay, and what made you switch and put on?
We just thought that it called for it, and it's a nice switch up, especially when the beat changes from Super Caliente to Vegas Sevens, and also Super Caliente is the guy. You know, I got a track in with him on his album coming with Imperative, so you know, it's full circle.
Definitely. And the project that's coming out, Shamrocks and Machine Guns. What's the reason for the title? Is it just because it's gonna be are you taking shots at people?
No,
Or are
no.
you just
So Machine Gun's just hard body shit, and the Shamrocks is my blood. So I came out with my debut album called Northside, and
right?
that was like the Canadian side, you know, the Toronto blood in me. And now my sophomore, which is my second album, I wanted to kick into the Irish side. So we decided to call it Shamrocks and Machine Guns.
And being half Irish, what's your other half?
Canadian, like East Coast.
Okay, so you're from the East Coast too?
Yeah.
Well, I got a bunch of East Coast dudes on here today.
Yeah, the
man.
blood is Irish and East Coast.
So that makes sense though. So yeah, it makes sense that you still have kind of an Irish, because the East Coast, some still have the accent.
Yeah, they're pretty much migrated Irishmen.
Even though that Newfoundland is basically Ireland, but Nova Scotia is Nova Scotia is New Scotland. But I mean, it's all mixed up. There's a
100%.
hella big community of Irish and Celtic people out that way, you know. And
100%.
do you know what county you're from in Ireland?
No, not really familiar with that.
Okay,
It'd be nice to get that side, but unfortunately, it's very difficult to.
Yeah, I've been trying. My brother does a lot of research on ours, and we're from Ballymena.
Nice.
And Talat and stuff like that. So there's a lot of blood around there. And I was just reading last night that the O'Hanley clan is a big clan in the past.
That's beauty.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. The information that we get is crazy. So I don't know. I'll check some stuff out for you if you want. And I'll let you know. Because you go by your last name, right, Roberts?
No, my last name is Fulliger.
Oh, that's right. I have you on. Yeah, that's right. I have you on the on Facebook.
Roberts is my middle name, so okay. I use my first name initial J and then my middle Robert. So I go by J Roberts.
Okay. And with that album coming out with Imperative, is it a lot more solo stuff or a lot of features?
It's like half and half.
Half and half.
So the first joint, Guillotine, was with Ace on Eastwood.
That was a good one too.
That one was crazy. Then the second one was Better Days with Rashid Chappelle and Elbiz.
Rashid Chappelle is dope.
And Elbiz. Elbiz is like one of the illest in the game.
And how long have you been making music for?
Well, making music, I could say half my life, but really trying and putting music out, 2 years. This is my second year.
What made you go on that full speed course to start just putting it out for real?
Well, I started, one of my peoples told me to join this like rap contesting, and so I started Instagram back in 2021, I think, and then I started seeing my followers and an interest climb, and then I did like a little EP. One of the guys I met on IG wanted to do an EP, so we did that, so it kind of motivated me. And then I dropped my debut. But the success off my very first single, Checkmate, with Mickey Fax, produced by Blanks, is kind of, it went out so fast and went everywhere that it kind of gave me the fuel to keep going.
And
there you are.
Yeah, sorry about that. Have you worked most of your projects with Imperative, or is this the first time you're working?
So my first project was mainly produced by Blanks, Toronto producer, and then I've been wanting to work with Imperative, and then finally I copped the Guillotine beat, and we weren't even supposed to do an album, but off the strength of how well that did, then we decided like, yo, we might as well get an album in. And then it turned into an album.
Yeah, it's amazing how things could just come about by just one track that you just put your all in and someone notices it, especially Imperative. Imperative has a very good ear for artists and a very good
Yeah,
ear for who could be on his beats. And
of
I
course.
know that he probably has a very picky mind sometimes. I know if you say
Yep.
let's let so and so on it, he's like no.
Yeah, he's a meticulous guy, but it's for the best.
And he's very to the point. He's very blunt and straightforward,
Yeah,
and you need that in this game. You can't be just a yes man the whole time, because every time you say yes, you're just gonna get a no somewhere else.
100%.
That's how I see it.
Imperative is that dude.
Yeah.
It's
See,
been a pleasure working with him.
yeah, and it's man, we did our interview. It was great. Like we're gonna have him on again. Like
Yeah,
he's just a great person to talk to. He has so many. He's networked so much with his beat making and stuff. He was just in New York.
yep,
He saw Rusty Jukes and everybody, and like I've interviewed a lot of them. Like I have Block Lord coming on tomorrow.
yep.
Uh,
He's the
Block
guy as
Lord,
well.
yeah,
He's
Block
on the
Lord
album.
trying to get me put on into for their tour that they're doing with Royal Flush. They're trying to put me on to do the media for
Yep,
it. So
yep.
I'm like, yo, let's fucking go, bro.
Bless.
You know, like, so yeah. Tell me a little more about the album, though. What should we expect like from it? Is there a message in it, or is it just
It,
you showcasing skills?
it's going to be obviously like high level lyricism,
Yeah,
hard hitting beats, but this album's more personal. Northside was more. It wasn't as personal. It was just hit after hit. So this
right.
one, I definitely talk a bit more about myself, what I've endured, and you also get flavors of, you're gonna get the gritty street tracks. You're gonna get the Better Days track where it's more of like that radio song. You're gonna get the personal shit. So I think it's definitely an honest body of work through and through. Very excited for it to come out.
And when you like with the gritty street stuff, like growing up, were you in the streets? Because a lot of the artists I speak to were in the streets pretty heavily. For instance, Spade, who was on yesterday, Citizen Kane, he was in the streets so much that the labels wanted him to stop. Like,
I'll say streets without saying streets, if you know what I mean.
mm-hmm.
And in no way am I some personified fucking Al Capone. But I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, I've learned a lot. So that makes me all who I am. Had to go through a lot of adversity, I'll say that.
Yeah, same likewise, bro. And that's why when I make music and I rap about like street life and stuff, it's not that I'm in it per se, but like I've been around the environment so much that I know the ins and outs of what everything's going on, and it's not that it inspires me, because a lot of the shit isn't always good, but it's
No,
it's what makes the story for me. You know what I mean? And it's something that I
sure.
can conceptualize.
Yeah, it's not something I will ever brag about or rap about half the stuff that I've seen, but I will tell little stories that I find were pivotal, in that sense. Obviously you have to rap with an essence that's true to you, and I think
Facts.
people can tell very fast when they look at you or meet you or talk to you that you're about what you say.
Yeah.
So I always keep that credibility on point.
Yeah, that first impression when you meet anybody after they've heard your music or heard the way you speak about things, if that doesn't match, if your energy doesn't match the shit that you're talking about,
100%.
you're losing integrity right off the bat.
100%, brother.
So I just that Guillotine track is a very hard track. Do you have that? You have that verse memorized?
I think so. A bit of it, yeah.
You want to spit a little bit for us?
Yeah, I could try to. Let's see if I
Yes,
can
my
remember
man.
it. I'm Luka Doncic. When I shoot for you and view the conflict, just being honest, you don't move the way. Ah, fuck. I don't think I remember it, bro. It's been a minute.
You have any
man.
verses memorized?
Man, to be honest, right now I've been writing so much that it's like I don't even have one thing on the top of my head I could go.
That's fair. That's
Mm-hmm.
fair. I tried.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shout out Eli the Prophet from Soul Vibe Syndicate.
But yeah,
Yeah,
Guillotine popped off. That one was played everywhere. That was played on Static Selecta, DJ Trackstar, Lord Sear special on Shitty 45.
Nice,
that one
man.
really set the tone
Yeah.
for this year.
Congrats on your hard work paying off, man.
Yeah, salute.
And
It definitely is.
there's Bill CF giving love as usual.
Big Bill. He's a real one.
Yo, man, he's probably the biggest hip hop head I know on my list.
Rock City Radio's a real one. Dope.
Yeah, I just hit him
Rochester.
with a follow.
Yeah.
I just hit him with a follow. So how many tracks are going to be on Shamrocks and Machine Guns?
8.
8?
Yeah.
So
No skits. No little intro and outro stuff. It's just song after song.
So is it an EP or is it going to be a full length?
It's a full length. Yeah. 8 tracks.
Nice.
Yeah, bro.
And some of the
and
features.
Also there might be a bonus song that's in the works that might only be available depending on if I get the verse back in time for physical CDs until later. Yeah.
Nice.
And it's by like a big Canadian like icon. Big up guy, not classified either.
No, don't worry. I know a lot of the icons in this scene, man, are like, I got a lot of love for the OGs, like Classified and Socrates and Chocolate and all of them, man. They've all been legendary. Who else is there? So many of them. Mishi Me.
Yep.
Citizen Kane. Spade.
Yep.
I mean, like, I could go on for days on how many icons you have. Atom Bomb.
Yep.
Decisive. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, Jump.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, shit. Like, it's crazy. These artists.
There's a ton of artists.
The work imperative is put in for people like yourself, and like Junk, his Audio Heroin album was 5 years old, I think, the other day, and like Imperative had a big part in that project, and he says himself it was a pivotal moment for his career because Junk after that he was just consistent dropping crazy fucking albums, like consistently. Yep. He has 2 #1 albums under his belt now in Canada.
Yeah. He's crazy, bro.
Yeah, Lions Eat Goats and his last one, No Water in Hell.
Yeah, he's fire, bro.
I love those titles too. They're just so, I don't know, man. They're great titles.
They are.
Lions Eat Goats, like that was fucking beautiful.
That's pretty much saying like fuck your top.
Yeah,
list.
I'm the goat. You know, I'm a lion. You know, perfect way to subtly just. You don't even have to rap about it. You just put out an album title and people are like, "Fuck."
Yep, fat.
Yes, definitely. Have you considered working with Junk?
I have, but like you know, the bag that some artists require is just, you know, it can be quite steep.
Yeah.
So all through my career, I definitely invest in myself, but it has to make sense. It has to have a market that I don't think I've seen yet.
Right.
And right now, the type of music that I'm making, you know, definitely would like to work with Junk for sure if the timing's right, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And I also feel like the way I'm moving, that you know, I'm trying to work off strength. So you know, I'm trying to get to a point where the bag's not needed. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
So build relationships with people and just work off that.
And yeah, and when it comes together organically and the money's not the center of the whole thing, it comes out a lot better, bro.
100%, brother. That's where my head's at.
I don't want to be recording a verse with someone who's expecting a bag immediately after. Like, I want to be feeling comfortable, you know? I'm not trying to feel like looking at my pockets while I'm rhyming.
Exactly, bro. 100%.
But I can respect it still. I can still respect it because they're at a certain
100%.
level now that they deserve. They deserve their compensation.
Junk deserves the bag. He's got enough under his belt.
Yeah, he's
been grinding.
He's now definitely a staple in Canadian hip hop.
100%, bro.
Especially putting like the West Coast has always had dope artists, but Junk has definitely put them on a trajectory for a lot of good things. Like Starcore as a producer, like Details and Mr. S are doing a tour right now. Like everyone out there is doing something, you know. And I see while we're sitting here, you're in Ontario too, right? You're in Barrie?
No, I'm near Toronto.
No? You're in Toronto? My bad. I said Barrie in the beginning.
Yeah.
But I can see, like, back in the day, like 10, 15 years ago, it was all Toronto. It was all Toronto doing everything, you know? It's completely gone to opposite sides. They got Quake Matthews. They got Jordan, JRDN.
I'd love to work with Quake.
Quake is
crazy.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And his food reviews are fucking hilarious.
Yeah, they are. He has a good market with that.
He definitely ran with that one, and it's fucking good.
100%.
So, who are some artists that you considered wanting to work with, though? Like, whether Canadian or industry established?
I'd say Ransom. I definitely,
Fuck, bro.
I will work with Ransom. That's gonna happen.
Bro, that's a good name. I've heard that twice this week, and I'm happy because he's one of my favorite rappers. Him and Joe Budden, when he was doing the
Budden.
Mood Music Days, Mood Music Days were unfucking stoppable for Joe.
And RJ Payne, that will also happen.
Hell yeah.
That's going to happen. Who else? Stove God. I'd like to work with him.
I'm not familiar with his music, but I heard his name.
He's part of like the like Conway Benny groups.
Oh, so he's part of like the BSF, not BSF, but the Griselda kind of team?
Yeah. I don't know what camp he's part of, but he's part of them, and he's nasty with it.
Yeah, I just had Rick Hyde from BSF.
Yeah, I was tapped in. Rick Hyde's he's a dope artist as well.
Yeah, bro, and the fact that he let a few artists come on and spit some shit and do their thing, like that was dope as hell for him.
Yeah, it was.
And he released 2 exclusive tracks at the end of that shit.
That's
so like people who don't watch the episode are missing out hard on the fucking tracks because the tracks were banging.
100%. Yeah, he's that guy too.
Yeah,
he's dope.
Yeah, hell yeah, and I appreciate again Imperative, another person who set that up.
Salute to Imperative.
Yeah, man, salute to Imperative, man. He's just been completely supportive of everything. Like I try to do this shit, I do it for free for everybody, so they got a platform to come on whenever and promote what they got to promote.
No, that's blessed.
And like
we definitely appreciate that. Any avenue, you know.
And then afterwards, I pass the name on to other podcasters and bloggers and whoever want to do the interview. I tell them, hit them up, bro. I'm sure they're down.
That's fire.
You know,
definitely down.
Shout out Mega Spins. Maybe if you send me some of the tracks that you have on the radio out in New York, I can send them to Mega Spins for his radio show.
For sure.
It's an online radio show, but it's a big one.
Nice. That's what's up.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that. I'll figure that out with you. So with this project, when you're working on a project, do you already have another project in mind to follow up?
Yeah, so this year, my plan was to release pretty much every month, and I've kind of done that. So this year, 3 of my singles have turned into albums, given the strength off of what things are going into now. So I'm working on a album with Old Man 80s, which is from Toronto. He works with a lot of dope cats out west, Cali. He's worked with TF, Conway, all those guys.
Nice.
So that's going to come next year. That's actually almost done. And then I'm doing an EP with Body Bag Ben, which he's a very fire producer and artist. Because I dropped a single with Mickey Diamond back in, I think, May. And then that turned into an EP. So that's coming out next year as well. That's going to get started probably soon.
Okay, that's dope, man. Like, yeah, no, that's a dope name to be working with, definitely. And yeah, it's just give me 1 sec.
Yeah, no worries.
Never mind. He disappeared. Never mind. That's what happens. I'm in the car and people are walking through the neighborhood and they see me and they're like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Fuck, man, I'm in the middle of something." But yeah, man. So you at least you have like a vision board for what you plan on doing. You know what I mean? Like it's
always, bro. So like when I dropped my first single, and it was it kicked off with like DJ Premier, Static, DJ Eclipse. It got everywhere. I immediately started thinking things really thorough. I dropped a track called Foul Child. Then I dropped a track with Sky Zoo, and then that turned into Northside, which is renowned in the underground as a classic.
Sky Zoo is fucking legendary, bro.
He's actually my top 5 underground favorite MCs since like the Salvation. So after that, now I'm pretty much like a household name on Shady 45. You know, things are rolling. So it's worked in my advantage last year because I'm taking a little bit more seriously. So, you know, I'm getting a whole lot of off the strength type of business. And it's definitely helping my career transcend into what it has.
And it's important that the networking is in there because you're networking with a lot of big names, man, and like you're going for it. You know what I mean? And 100%. I tell people, if you have the opportunity to talk to the people that are in these type of industry established circles and different lanes, and you have the opportunity to speak with them, hit them up with your most sincere message, and the worst you're gonna get is a no, bro. Like, that's it.
100%. Like I did. I decided to just go for it. I invested. I took my time. I network like a dog. You know, you'll hear my song if I drop it on a minimum of like 40 stations because I'm relentless. If there's a door to open, I'm gonna open it. I don't have help. I have no team, no marketing. You know, I can only do music about 20% on a good month because I got 4 kids. I got a career. I don't need music.
You're definitely Irish, dog.
Yeah, 100%.
You got 4 children, bro. You're like the old school Irish, bro. They had mad kids. You were busy.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah, my man's getting it.
So yeah, like, you know, I definitely pride myself on where I've been because ain't nobody showed me the ropes or helped really. So
did you move to Toronto from Halifax?
No, I've always been.
Oh, so you've always been in Halifax? Your family?
No, I've always been in
Toronto.
Yeah. My mom's side is all East Coasters.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you go down there often?
I've actually never reached the East Coast.
Bro,
Ever.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, it is my favorite place in Canada. Like, I'm saying, yo, shout out Ray the Nihilist. That's my dude, man. He's got some great music. We have a full-length interview on my actual my full-length podcast, the On the Line with handle. And that's on YouTube. That's on Spotify. If anybody wants to hear a real deep, personal, transparent, emotional interview with someone, that's the one, bro. Because we go deep on some mental health shit. And yeah, definitely. So shout out to Ray. Hope he's well. But yeah, man, I'm excited to hear the Shamrocks and Machine Guns because I know I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of hard hitting tracks, especially with the names that you already have on it.
Yeah, there's the only ones I can talk really is Jay Skeese is coming tomorrow, Friday actually. All or Nothing with Jay Skeese. He's Drumworks recently signed. Well, he's been signed a minute, but now he's going crazy out there. Part of Conway's camp. So that track's gonna go crazy. I'm really excited for that one.
Word, bro. That's a lot of good things coming your way, man. And I'm sure with all the work you put in for like the music and like you said, you've been doing it a long time, but you've just been fiercely putting it out like you want to put it out for 2 years. 100%. Bro, the elevation is incredible. To see that you're on tracks with like the people, like you were saying, on Guillotine and on Sketch A Hearse and the other tracks before that, like you're definitely on a trajectory that is I can't even really put it into words. It's just it's amazing to see how fast things can grow if you do it right.
That's what I'm saying. If you invest in yourself, you get yourself the production on point. Don't skip on the engineer work. Salute B1. He does most of my engineer work.
Yeah,
Jamie Cusey done all of Shamrocks though. That's Imperative's guy out.
Yeah, West. Jamie Hughes. Yeah, that's Mercury's guy. That's Junk's guy. He's a lot of people's guy. And man. Shout out Jamie Hughes. I need him on the show. That guy will have some fucking stories, bro.
He's made this album like incredible. What he did to the engineer work. There's certain shit that I just was like, sheesh, little effects or something, and I'm very excited.
Little sound effects, and you're like, where'd that come from?
Exactly. You know, have you tapped into my Northside debut album?
I've listened to a bit of it. Yeah, I haven't fully gone through it, but I've listened to probably a couple tracks. I was going through some things earlier today because we forgot to actually set it up for today, so I was like, fuck, I forgot to message you. But I have listened to your music. There's no doubt I have heard you. I've heard you on Imperative stuff. Right. So, like, I definitely anybody I hear on Imperative's work, I always go and check their own catalog out. So I definitely did check out some of Northside.
Salute.
But I won't say I'm like the most streamer on it, but I will be. I'll be checking it out. I'll definitely post it on that group that we have set up for car chats on Facebook because that's getting a lot of people seeing other people's stuff right now.
Salute.
And I'm trying to turn this platform into a one-stop shop, bro. It's promo, it's showcasing, it's networking. I
definitely appreciate it. It's a nice thing you got going.
Doing the best I can with the little that I have right now.
100%, bro.
you know. So when is Shamrocks Machine Guns supposed to drop?
So we decided to push it back. It's supposed to come out early September. So I'm thinking like probably September, maybe near the end of September. It'll be out.
We should try to get on a live another episode like just before the album drops at midnight, and we could just celebrate the shit out of it as an episode.
100%, brother. I definitely appreciate
tracks. Play some tracks off it. Have people listen to it. Have them ready to go stream it themselves. You know what I mean? It'll be a dope episode, a listening party, if you will.
100%, bro. I'm with that. I really appreciate that.
So yeah, I'm gonna end this one on a quick thank you for wanting to participate in this platform, bro. I saw you reach out after I did the Imperative interview, and after I think it was after another one too. I forget who I interviewed, but yeah, you definitely have been engaging lately on my stuff when you have the time, and I appreciate it because the more engagement, the more people see things pop up and shit.
Of course.
So yeah, man, I'm really excited to see the stuff that comes out with Shamrocks and Machine Guns. I have no doubt that it's going to be a banger, and definitely keep working on getting those features that you're getting, man, because you're in a good pocket right now. You know what I mean?
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that, you know, and I'll definitely get that Guillotine verse laid out once my mind's not scrambled.
Yeah, you know what? If you do get it filled out and you want to spit it, just film it and spit it and send it to me. I'll add it to a video when I upload it to YouTube.
You, bro.
There we go.
Got you, bro. And yeah, Shamrocks and Machine Guns is coming. I really appreciate the platform, and we'll definitely link up.
We'll definitely link up for a listening party of it, and then we'll be here for it drops. I just did that for my guy Young Breeze out in Vermont. His dropped, Jelani Sky dropped. That was an amazing album. So if you want to hear some dope Vermont artists that you might want to work with, Young Breeze is definitely one of them. Shorty Bang is another one. FFD Ross, they're all Vermont. I've been in the Vermont scene happening for like the last year or so. So like I'm getting connected out there like crazy.
That's fire.
And yeah, like there's a lot of people out there that I didn't realize were so big in the game for a long time. And now I'm like, holy fuck.
Now
like,
there's too many.
It's always the little like states and shit that get skipped over who have the dopest spitters, bro.
100%, bro.
You know, like even like Canada with the small towns and shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like there's these guys coming out of there. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
100%. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. And just before we go, shout out Gremlin for jumping in. I have another interview in half an hour, so
yeah, bro, you rest up for that bit.
I'm gonna set this
banging these out like crazy.
Yeah, I'm putting them out like crazy, bro. I'm trying to get to 150 so we can celebrate that milestone too.
Crazy. Well, hey, salute to the platform, and we'll link soon. Yeah.
And I appreciate it. Everybody, Jay Roberts was on for episode 105 of Car Chats. I'm your host, Hanley, from On the Line with Jay Morris. We were just talking about you in the last interview. Shout out to you. Hope you're feeling better after surgery. And yeah, man, definitely tap in soon, man, for real.
Sure. Take care.
Take care, bro, and I appreciate you.
Peace.
Peace.